But the main important thing to take from that is that really that when Christopher Columbus founded America, or went on the voyage to America, that's when they erase Moors from history. Is that very same year. That's when slavery started. That's when the Renaissance starts. It was literally when they rewrote history with white people. All right, so here's the agenda. The agenda comes from the definition of race back in the ancient times. In the ancient times, the concept of race, it wouldn't be as we described it today. The concept of race would be more like, a great example would be Pompeii. In Pompeii, the portraits that are demonstrated with the people are having the males with darker skin and the females with lighter skin. And this was just associated because, males would just be out in the fields all day. They're expected to be out in the fields all day, or they're expected to be hunters. So therefore, they'll be having darker skin. And, having lighter skin would be associated with being more feminine. Same thing as like going to the beach and, not having a tan. Think of it like that. I understand that's really just how things were. And if you go back to ancient texts, it shows where people of lighter skin were treated worse, treated more feminine. That's where that stuff comes from. They just don't acknowledge it because it's not the narrative they want. But understand that ancient Greeks were always black. And understood, like, all right, Spartacus, the description of Spartacus is black. Even people like Greek gods were black. All right, Apollo itself in Texas said Apollo turned white as a dead body, pale as a dead body from his usual black skin. They literally used the word black to describe Apollo. But the concept of Greeks being white really comes from propaganda movies. Propaganda movies like 300. I'm gonna break it down. 300 was like Reefer Madness. Reefer Madness was to have people's thought on Mexicans and how it was. 300 was to course white people on the feeling of how we were doing in Iraq in the early 2000s. So the Greeks, Spartans, white guys, and Persians, Iraq, were black people. Hence the black guy dying to his death for white supremacy. But no time in history have Spartans ever been white. They always been described as black. Even Leonidas himself was described as a black man. But the propaganda was used and failed for at that time of, Reefer Madness was for the 1940s and 20s for Mexican people. It now was for America's agenda for going into Iraq for oil and coursing our people how we think about it. They did the same videos with movies with Asian people. That's how they did. They used control of media, kind of like Martin Luther King in the church.